Okay, so before I get into the watch this video for Monday, July 16th, just want to remind everybody that our trading course that got 100% positive feedback from our students ends tomorrow. There'll never be a better price on it, and it's the weekend, so not a bad time to study. It's probably 26 hours total of material, going through some slides here that every one of these trades or everything you see in here was basically taken straight out of what we teach in the course. Just threw some quick highlight slides together. So if you have some time, take some time, click around our website. Try to see what we do. Again, I'm trying to throw a couple highlights out here. But overall, we're very, very proud of the course, and it will not be at this price or a better price ever. So take this weekend, get involved, study, be ready for Monday. Earnings season's coming up. So the thick of earnings season, I should say. So we're ready to take some earnings plays, morning gap plays, and get started. On Monday, you can be ready to go with us. So anyway, let's get started and watch this video. Where's that chart? There it is. All right. So I want to show you just a quick example. Speaking of our course and the stuff we teach, this is BIOC on Friday. And it looked like this, 1 minute candles, one Jane, one of our members from the UK, noticed a seller at 8. We'd already been watching this chart. We put it on our morning gap playlist. This was already one of my top watches for the morning. She noticed a seller at 8. Her call was, if it takes that seller out, we might push right through the high of day and squeeze, right? So the idea was through $8. Look what happens. Little volume coming in, and man, it was off to the races. This thing, if I'll switch to 5 minute candles now, went up over 12 from the 8 break call. Wayne also gave us Pixie. And I point out other people's calls because this our chat room teamwork is fantastic. So PIXY, Wayne gave us Pixie at 375, which is somewhere right in here on this candle. Worst case stop 360. And you can see what happened there. From 375 and then going to 537 on 16 cents risk. So great call there. Anyway, let's go into the watch list for Monday. And speaking of Pixie, I'll leave that chart up because this is on watch. So we might get a follow-through day on Monday. Massive volume for this stock. Look at the volume compared to going all the way over, I don't know, back a year. And a pretty strong close. So this one certainly might get a red to green, some kind of setup tomorrow. Not tomorrow, sorry. I'm making the video on Saturday. Some kind of setup on Monday. BBOX I've been watching for a few days. It's just kind of coiled now. I told you guys it's a weird chart with the big sell-off, then the rebound, then the gap up. And so it's really in kind of no one's winning here. Long, shorts, nobody's winning, but it's coiled. So we might break to the upside. They just recently announced a big contract with a major social media company, I think is the way it was worded. So we're going to keep our eyes on that one. CEI, when we had the low-priced oil and gas plays ripping, a couple weeks ago. This was one of my favorite names and gave some big moves. Well, it's, almost round-tripped, but then nice volume on Friday. So we're going to watch that and see if something's ready to trigger a second wave. SIGA, nice volume spike up near recent highs. Smallpox vaccine or something, I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But we'll see if we get any kind of low-risk setup there. GSKY. Now, this is a recent IPO that's pretty ugly, right? Remember, I'm a day trader, so I'm looking for ways to make money the very next trading day. None of these are overnight holds. As a matter of fact, if you go to the website and watch my, some of my videos on my equity curve and my own personal trading performance, that is done without any overnight holds. I have not been stuck in a stock overnight in years, and it's a good feeling. I love logging in every day saying, I'm going to make some money today, and I'm going to be in cash at night. If that matches your personality, give us a try. I got so sick of being holding and hoping, right? Going to bed going, man, don't tell my wife how much I'm underwater, but if that thing bounces tomorrow, I swear, talking to the trading gods, I swear I'll get out, right? I haven't done that in years because I just start every day fresh. I got a new starting line every day, which is always zero. I start at zero, and each day try to find ways to pull money out of the market without any overnight risk. Anyway, enough babbling. GSKY, recent IPO that's down here. Ugly chart, right? But it reminds me a lot of CBLK when it looked like this. And this is when I put CBLK on watch. Recent IPO, hitting new lows right after several days down. And look at that nice bounce since. Now, again, I'm not an overnight holder, but it gave a 3-day bounce there. And so back to GSKY, you kind of see similar pattern, right? You got, what, 4 red days down to take out the recent lows. This one is certainly overdue for a bounce, so I like this one a lot, and it reminds me a lot of CBLK. STAF had this huge move, and now it's one. You had a couple equal tops here, but basically 4 days lower into that area we call the buy zone between the 8 and the 20-day moving average. So we're going to look for a bounce in that one on Monday. RCON, kind of a sleeper pick. It only traded 708,000 on Friday, but great support below, right? It's got this really tight range for a long time with an attempted breakout here. Huge move back here. So we'll see if it gets a follow-through day. If it takes out Friday's high, which would be over 174, I always look to the left on the chart and say, well, here's another recent high at 190. I don't view that as resistance because it's just 1 point on the chart. It's not like several months worth of trading in this area. It's just 1 point. So for me, this is a potential catalyst, not resistance, right? So I'll be looking for a 175 break to maybe get me through 190, and then you have the whole number 2 that might act as a further kind of inflection point for upside. So I do like this setup, but you don't have great volume in it recently, so keep that in mind. And then speaking of the low-priced oil and gas plays, TGC is one, had this huge move back here, and it really found kind of consolidation. It found support in this area, and it looks like it might be trying to break to the upside. So if there's any oil and gas play movement, this is probably one of my favorite charts to look to. We're going to add some gappers in the morning on Monday to this list, so there'll be plenty to trade, and we're also going to start hanging out next week after hours and trading some of the after hours earnings announcement as well. So it should be a really active week. I'm going to quit babbling. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll see everybody on Monday.